And good evening, welcome to the movie trio. I am Daniel.
I'm Sherry.
I'm Josh.
And tonight we're doing a review of the film The Drop, starring Tom Hardy, Noomi, Rapace, James Gandolfini, John Ortiz, and so on and so forth. Directed by Michael Roskam. And yeah. Alright, so the movie's rated R. It's about Bob Saganowski, who's a bartender. And it's a crime drama. What is it? Did I say rated R already? What is it? After a robbery of a bar, or I guess it was his cousin, right? James Gandolfini? Cousin Marv, yeah. Yeah, it was his bar that's secretly owned by the Chechenian mob. Did I say that right?
Chechenian?
Yeah, Chechenian. Czech.
Whatever.
Nian. Anyways, so yeah, that's secretly owned by them, and yeah, so hilarity ensues after that, jokingly. But alright, so I was going to say, is this a film that's worth watching opening weekend?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't get to it opening weekend, it's not going to hurt you or anything, but I think it was a pretty good catch.
Well, I was reading the box office reviews already, or I guess like Box Office Mojo or whatever. They released the totals, I guess, already, and they're saying that Idris Elba's movie No Good Deeds took like 25 million or something. And while the Drop was only released in like so many theaters, and it took like, was it $2 or $4 million? I don't know. But all right, Josh, what do you think?
No, wait till you get home. Wait till you can watch it at home.
Why? You didn't like the movie?
It was okay. I just don't really think you don't really get anything from seeing in the movie theater.
I said,
I don't know. I thought it was a good movie. Like,
I thought it was kind of slow.
I don't know. I don't think it was too slow. I guess we're gonna jump into whether or not we thought the movie was good. But either way, I thought it was a good movie. I guess like maybe there were some parts that I thought was slow, and I thought it was gonna end like already. But I don't know. I thought it was good. I just think it was like the acting and everything that just kind of carried it, regardless. Because in a way, it started kind of reminding me of Killing Me Softly, and then obviously it was a very different story. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like ripping off the mob type of thing. But Sharon, what did you think about that? Think about this film?
what are my general thoughts about the film?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, but I enjoy Tom Hardy. He's a good actor, and he's pretty sexy.
I was gonna say, also, I was gonna say that I think what made the film good was that his character, obviously, you see him a certain way, like in the trailer and everything, but obviously it's like The Unusual Suspects. It's like kind of a twist on it. I guess it's not all as it seems, you know. So.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good example of the film.
Yeah, James Gandolfini.
He's like the Transformers. He more than meets the eye.
I was gonna say James Gandolfini did a good job too. Like, even though his part is pretty small, obviously it followed Tom Hardy more than anybody else, but I thought he did good. Especially being like one of his last films.
Yeah, I agree.
So, Josh, what do you think?
I thought it was okay. I don't know. Obviously, it got better towards the end, but I thought it was going to be an action movie. I didn't. I don't know. It's kind of. I don't know. It was okay. I thought it was kind of slow because they're trying to develop the characters, but to me, there wasn't really enough backstory. I guess I didn't really get into it.
I think it did in a way, but it was making it a mystery almost, because you see certain scenes where you're just like, okay, well, because in a way, like, I'm not trying to give anything away, but it's like, because it really is a mystery, like, till the end, because it kind of, like you said, it builds up and it draws everybody in, but it also kind of starts to fool you a little bit, because it's like, is this what's really happening, or is it not? Like, it kind of bounces a little bit back and forth, but it's nothing that's like so dramatic and like it dropped the bomb, like, oh my gosh, like I didn't see that coming, But I don't know, like I said, I think it did well, and I think if it wasn't for the acting, like Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini, I'm pretty sure like it would not have been as good or as entertaining, I guess, because yeah. And then it's really you know what's funny too? Like you were talking about, like they didn't build up characters and stuff. They built up that dog's character so much. Like the dog was a very important part of the movie. You know what I mean?
With good reason.
Well, that's what I thought was funny too. Is like, you know what I mean? The dog was like it was, I don't know. And the funny part is too the film is based on a short story called Animal Rescue, which I thought was funny. Well, they said that the movie was going to be named that, and then they eventually changed it to The Drop, which is a good thing too. Because if you heard Animal Rescue, you think it's going to be like, I don't know, like some obviously Marley and Me or something.
I'd go see that movie.
Expecting Owen Wilson to come out.
No, I expect Tom Hardy to be like the best animal rescuer, rescues animals out of very dangerous situations.
It's like when the guy threatened Tom Hardy should have put on his Bane mask. So what does he say? Like he's like, you think because you pay me, you own me? No, okay, Josh. Josh does want to be playful now. But I don't know. Sherry, do you have the same thoughts on the story as far as like it dragging at all, or was it just like, oh, I'm playing them?
I don't really. I guess some parts seemed to drag, but it wasn't like a steady thing. It was like a couple of minutes, nothing would happen, and that was it. It wasn't like a long drawn out thing.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I liked the pacing. It was pretty good. It wasn't like slow or anything. And I was gonna say it made me think jokingly that Naomi Rapace, or I don't know how to say her last name. She was a lady that Tom Hardy, his love interest.
Oh yeah.
She was in the movie Colin Farrell. What was that one?
Dead Man Down.
Yeah, it was funny because I was like, in that film she had scars, and in this one she has scars. I was like, the scar lady. She just called her Scarface.
Maybe she got all those scars eating pineapple.
But yeah, she did a good job too. I was reading somebody else's review, and they were saying that I don't know, jumping into the acting again. This guy was saying like she should be like a nominee for an Oscar. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if it was for this film or for another that she starred in, but it's like she was really good. But I don't know, like, do you think that's like an Oscar-worthy type of thing? So, Josh?
No, not really.
Why do you say that? Was it just something that wasn't like, you know, press?
I don't know. I felt her acting was better in Dead Man Down.
Oh, okay. So, Sherry, what do you think?
I think that she did a pretty good job of acting in this film, and it kind of annoyed me how well she played her part. Because like when she gets all mad that he's asking the question, I was like, oh my god. So yeah, so I was like, okay. So I guess because of that, she did a good job.
And then her little apology later on.
That fucking thing, that too. So about oh god.
That made me laugh.
It did not make me laugh. It didn't make me laugh.
So you should have told you were yelling at the screen, telling Tom Hardy to run the other way.
Pretty much, bitches be tripping.
But you know what the funnier part is also, is how like I said, Tom Hardy, you know, he's played Bane, and obviously his character was big and overpowering. But in this movie, they make him, I don't know, he looks like a small guy, you know what I mean? But I'm sure James Gandolfini's like 6 foot something and whatever. And so, you know what I mean? But also, Tom Hardy's character is supposed to be, you know, like, I don't know what's the best word to say, like, yeah, he's very quiet, but also,
so he's like, what's his face? Death Wish?
Charles Bronson?
Yes, pretty much. He's quiet.
Well, I don't know, it's just like, he's like, he doesn't function like everybody else, you know what I mean? He's not like loud, he's not, you know, he doesn't have like a huge personality, I should say, you know what I mean? But I don't know, like I said, like I said, I've kind of had time for the movie to settle in, and I don't know, like I said, I liked it. It was good. I thought it was good too. And it wasn't like, you know, you expect like mobsters being in the movie, that it's going to be like a mob type of fight movie or like guns and whatever. And it wasn't really that. It was just like a build-up of stuff, and you know what I mean. It was more character-driven, and dramatic, or I guess, like I said, the mystery building. But I was gonna say also about that guy, that John Ortiz guy who played the detective. What did you think about his part? Was he useful at all in the movie? Because he just seemed like he was just popping in and out.
Very much just to show that, I guess it's supposed to be kind of like a surprise thing, like he figures it out and anything. Like, pretty much it shows Tom Hardy's true colors.
Well, I don't know if it showed that, but I was just saying, like...
Yeah, it did.
Well, yeah, I don't want to spoil nothing either. But even though you're not spoiling anything anyways, because nobody knows exactly what that means. Like, it could mean a wide range of things, you know?
I don't really think that his part was useful. And I don't really feel like it helped expose anything. Obviously, what we found out, we learned throughout the opening of the film. Like, it just... Like, the way that the film unfolded.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you think about it, his character does add... I guess like a little extra like ingredient to it, but you don't find that out till the end of the movie, because they both go to church and they've never really talked or anything until the robbery happened, and you know what I mean. In a way, like everybody is connected because obviously it's a neighborhood, it's a small neighborhood. They're all, you know, linked in together, whether they know it or not. You know, because everybody kind of knows everybody from the neighborhood, type of situation, which I thought was good.
Hey.
But the only thing I didn't like, though, was how I was like, you're telling me that however long, what he was investigating, you know what I mean? Like, nobody else pieced it together, or nobody bothered to look at this, or, you know, fact check it, you know what I mean?
The thing is, though, he was looking into a case that happened, like, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, you're telling me, like, the investigating people, like, weren't...
Well, no, because the thing is, though, since that guy kept going around admitting it, they probably just assumed, oh, yeah, he did it.
They just could have proven it, so they're just going to let him... I don't know.
Because the thing is, though, when he was investigating that case, pretty much all the things that people were saying still pointing to that guy who was trying to say that, oh, yeah, I did it, even though he didn't.
I don't know, I thought that was good, though. I don't know, like I said, Tom Hardy did a really great job in the movie, but I especially like his scene, obviously his big breakout scene, and the little, like, speech he gives.
So you mean his dance number?
Uh-huh. But, alright, like I said, I think we kind of covered everything. I don't want to spoil anything as far as the story goes. But, I don't know, any other thoughts on the film, or...
No, not really. None that I can really think of.
So do you think Rocco should win an Oscar?
The dog, yeah, because obviously, like, his role was very important to the film.
It was. It really was.
And you kept gasping and everything?
Because I thought that something bad was going to... I was expecting something bad to happen to the doggy, and I didn't want to see it, so I was like, oh, no!
But that was some of the suspense, too, because, like I said... Like,
I know, that was the whole point. It was like, oh, no, did it really happen?
yeah, and so, like I said, I kept doing that, too. I think it did it, like, 2 or 3 times. You're like, oh, my gosh. Oh, okay, sorry. But, alright, so... I guess... for the review of The Drop and the Movie Trio, you can like and subscribe to us on iTunes under the Movie Trio Podcast. We're also on Twitter at the Movie Trio. And Gmail, was it the Movie Trio? I can't remember our email anymore. Is it the Movie Trio at gmail.com? Or the Movie Trio Podcast at gmail.com. Let's see, I think that's... Yeah, like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment, rate. All that info, if you need to look back at it, it's in the info box for each episode. So yeah. Alright, so for the Movie Trio, I am David.
I'm Sherry.
I'm Josh.
Any closing lines here?
No. So make sure you don't forget to eat.
That's stupid. That's like the most like random line out of the whole film.
I thought it was a good line.
Huh?
I thought that was a good line.
I was trying to think of like
So what's his face thought it was a good line. He started laughing.
Oh, yeah. I guess. All right, I guess. Sure, you have anything?
I like Mike better.
Oh, yeah, after he says I had to name the dog. So Rocco. I like Mike better. Mike's not a dog's name. That's funny. All right. Good night, everybody.